Today we have the legendary Nordic dragon Fafnir, or more specifically, Mirage Fafnir. Cue intro. Okay, let's see. For all of you new to my channel, my name's Xander, and this is my Bay Lab. On the Bay Lab channel, we unbox, we battle, we contemplate the future of Beyblades, we do about everything. But today's episode, we're looking at the new Super King Mirage Fafnir, used by Free De La Hoya. This thing is by far the most beautiful bay besides Phoenix I've seen. I'm not a big fan of yellow, but on this bay, it works. Check out the back of the box. We get the MFF2S, FF being the god, well, I guess they're not called god chips, they're called sparking chips in this. We get the M, energy wheel, also known as Mirage. We get the 2S, or 2 stamina disc. And we get the NT, also known as nothing, driver. The box, this is actually my first Super King or Sparking Bay, and I have to say I'm really loving how the box looks. Compared to previous box designs, don't mind my cluttered collection of a little bit of everything. All the boxes have been amazing looking, but I'm really liking how they emphasize Super King. That's really cool. For all you WBBA users out there, here is your free QR code to the Checkout Asia channel. Yes, it's an official Takara Tomy Bay. And one last thing before we unbox this beautiful dragon of Nordic heritage, I wanted to say I picked this up from Mall of Toys, who's the sponsor of the WBO, World Beyblade Organization. They give really good deals on Beyblades, and I'd recommend them to anyone. And if you're hearing me, Mall of Toys, I would love a sponsorship. But further ado, let's go ahead and unbox this amazing looking bay. Okay, so I have a treat for you all today. Not only is this my first Super King Sparking Bay that I'm unboxing, but it will be my first unboxing / review of a pull string launcher, because I had to order this with Mirage Fafnir due to the fact that I did not have a less spin launcher just laying around, and I refuse to use a Hasbro launcher on these. So let's get into it. Okay, so sorry for the shakiness. I can't really review the launcher until I actually use it, but by looking at it, I do like the translucent plastic that they use for it, mainly for the fact that if anything happens to it, I can kind of see what's wrong with it before taking it apart. I do also like that they kept the handle horizontal and not vertical. I'm still trying to get used to how the winders are vertical most of the time, except for the sword launcher. I was really hoping that the Phoenix winder, ripcord, whatever you want to call it, was going to be horizontal, but beggars can't be choosers. I do like the white and blue color theme that they have for it, but let's get into the parts. So we have the Fafnir sparking chip, which first chip I've had to deal with and was not prepared for the locking mechanism they have for it, but I do find that neat. And as you all can see, I did add the stickers onto him already. He is fully stickered-fied. Next we have the Mirage energy layer, which this is rubber, like a hard rubber, rather than just the hard plastic the Beyblade is made out of, for any of you not knowing or wondering. Now we have the S2 Stamina 2 disc. I keep getting names mixed up between Hasbro and Takara. I kind of wish instead of Forge disc for Hasbro, they would have just called them disc as well, but which I'm reading on there. I don't know if you can see on this camera per se. Let me try to get a better look. But as you can see, the letters R and L are right here. So, and it spins. So I'm wondering, can you use it on both a right and left spin, and that's why they did it like this? Or is it some type of gimmick using it with Mirage Fafnir? I guess we're going to have to find out. And next we have the Nothing driver, which is spring-loaded, which is going to be really interesting to use. Oh, dropped it. Other than that, I really like the color for it, and the translucent, again, I'm a big fan of translucent as long as it looks good. But yeah, let's go ahead and weigh out each one of these and see how much they weigh. I apologize again for the blurriness of my camera. And movie magic. So we have the scale. First the God chip, or sparking chip. Oh, I have to use that. 3 grams. The layer. 11 grams. The disc, 46 grams. Wow. He is hefty. And the driver is 10. Oh, wait. Something's going on here. The driver is 6 grams. Let me go ahead and weigh this out again. 43 grams for the disc. Now, movie magic, put them all together. And all together, they weigh 61 grams. So let's go ahead and test launch him a few times while reviewing the launcher. Okay guys, before we continue, I want to show you with Mirage Fafnir that he does have 2 modes. So if you see how the chassis is made into a triangle, when you put it in, you're going to have where the pointed ends are more on the 3 points of the top ring. That's his absorb mode going up against right spin base. But if you flip that and the 3 points are more protruded outwards, that's the right spin counter mode. Or left spin counter mode, forgive me. But for this test to work right at this moment, we're going to put him in the absorb left or right spin mode. So here we go. Testing Mirage Fafnir with the left spin pull string launcher. And I did switch up the stadium from the normal stadium that I normally use, just because I've noticed that the Takara Tomy bays are a little bit better using these. Granted, the railing system does mess them up a lot. But for this test with Mirage Fafnir, showing you all how his stamina works up against other bays, this is probably one of the best stadiums I own, and I own all of them except for like a handful. I know I'm missing a couple of like the special edition ones that came out and whatnot. So that noise you hear is actually the nothing driver bouncing up and down. Okay. Let's get some test battles in here with him being on absorb mode. Okay. 3, 2, 1. First up against Valkyrie. Okay, Mirage took that win. Next up, Mirage versus Charles the Achilles. And epic fail. And we're going to try that one again because the rail system killed Mirage. So, I don't know what is up with today, but I cannot get them to stay on their launchers. So you may be wondering why I launched Mirage so soon. That's because with his speed steal, you can launch him at any time. He'll 50-50 steal the speed. And there we go, Mirage with another win. I do want to show you all that the hand spin technique does work, but it's like a 50-50 that it's going to work. The best one to show you with is Achilles, because you can put him in stamina mode and he will pretty much just sit in the middle. Except for mine, who likes to go crazy. Let's try another spin with that. For some reason, mine likes to switch modes in mid-battle. Okay, so hand spin. Like I said, it works about 50-50 of the time. You really have to practice your hand spin to get it down pat. Next, we're going to do Mirage versus Imperfect Phoenix. And I will say, the hardest matchup with Mirage Fafnir are the Phoenixes. And the only thing I can think of is that when the armor comes off, the only protruding part to Phoenix is below the actual energy layer. And when it hits Mirage, it doesn't actually hit the rubber, so there's no speed for it to steal. So as long as the armor comes on, he can steal all the speed of Phoenix, but as soon as that armor comes off, Mirage is done. Especially if the armor stays in the stadium while you're battling. So 3, 2, 1. And I believe Phoenix took that. So now we're going to do Mirage versus Perfect Phoenix. Yeah, I was going to say, as long as the armor stays on, he has a fighting chance. So, Perfect Phoenix took that one. Next, I'm going to show you the counter for the left spin bays, but I will have to use a Hasbro bay for that test. Okay, so he's in his counter mode now. 3, 2, 1. And for this test, I'm going to be using the Hasbro Geist Fafnir with a Zorb and Colossal Helios' middle. Insta-burst. Okie dokie. Let's try that again. So in my opinion, the counter mode actually really does work. All in all, Mirage Fafnir is an incredible left spin speed stealing bay. A couple key notes before we end this video. I do want to remind everyone, he does have 2 modes. The chassis can be used on both a right and left spin bay. Also, something to not forget, the sparking chassis can only be used with sparking bays. You can use any driver you like, but the chassis has to be a sparking bay for a sparking chassis. You are able to customize the sparking core with different ones. Maybe you don't like the emerald teal color that they give you. But yeah, I would recommend getting Mirage Fafnir if you're planning on competitive battles, or if you just want him in your collection. He's a 5 out of 5. The rubber is very durable. I think that's about it. The launcher I use, I recommend it. I also recommend possibly buying 2 of them and changing the cord inside one of them, like a practice one, to nylon cord. It will keep it, it will survive a lot longer as you use it, where the cord they give you is very durable, but it does end up breaking after a while. And that's gonna be about it today, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can always stay up on my videos. Also keep an eye out for my next couple videos, and when I hit 25 subscribers, I'm going to be doing my first, what I will call COVID-19 tournament special, where I will host a tournament between all my Hasbro bays against me and my best friend, and see who comes out on top. If you like to comment down below who you like to see in a tournament, I can try to make it happen. But until then, stay safe, keep Beyblading, and let it rip.